evening, everyone, and welcome to Hammonton Football, The Road to Rowan, presented by the Sports Box. I am your host tonight, Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hammonton Mike. Along with some guests from the Hammonton High School team, we're going to take a little step back in time, go back to 2017, the year, kind of their year in review, and how Hammonton High School got to this point. Joining me today, to my left, is junior kicker, number 16, Frank Damico. Frank, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And junior center, number 61, Jacob Sanchez. Jacob, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I tell you, it's an absolute pleasure having guys in the sports box. All we do is get winners down here, and these guys are growing a Group 4 title. So, guys, let's get to it. Let's talk about the beginning of the season. You won two games out of the chute, feeling good, feeling pretty strong. Then all of a sudden, you went into a little bit of a lull. Rancocas kind of beat you up a little bit, lost 5 in a row. What was the thought process through the whole thing, Frankie? Did you guys think that you still had a shot? What was the whole mindset there?
Well, as long as our heart was there, I feel like we were going to go through with it. I mean, we played a lot of tough Group 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
We played against some real athletes like Iverson Clement from RV, who's going to Florida.
Okay.
Pretty good athlete. It was just a bunch of hard teams we were playing, but
Okay.
I think
Never lost a drive, just played together as a team. And,
that was the key.
Yep. Jacob, same thing, or?
Yeah, we never broke up as a team. We always had confidence in ourselves to pick it back up after our 5 losses.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. With the 2-5 record, you think the season might be spiraling out of control, but you guys had a way to keep it together and get yourselves to where you are now. Big win over Highland last week in overtime. Can you guys talk about that game with Highland a little bit? I mean, if anybody didn't see, 21-21 game, there was probably 4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes of the game, which took to overtime, drop pass, blocked punt. I mean, what was going on? What did you guys think of the game? Frankie, we'll start with you.
Well, as a kicker, I wanted to kick that game-winning field goal, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it was hard to explain. We all stayed together. We had our fan section behind us. Just the teamwork that was there. Everyone was on board with this, and we were ready to go.
And we're going to get back to that kicking thing in a second. But Jacob, how did you feel about the game?
It was unbelievable. It was the greatest experience of my life.
Yeah.
That last drive, blowing people off the ball, driving down the field, pushing it down their throats. It was unbelievable.
And if people were at the game or people didn't see the game, like I said, Jacob is the center of the team. A lot of your position is more blocking down and getting that hole open for the belly and dive you guys were running. How was it? Was Highland? I mean, Highland was a big team.
Yeah, they were a big team. They had they had a lot of little skinny guys down at the line, so it was tough. They were quick. It wasn't really. It wasn't really. I don't know.
That's okay. So let me ask you, getting back to that question, was there a lot of linebacker stunts that were fired through? Did you see a lot of linebackers in the action? Because it seemed like you guys were getting stuffed a couple times on the dive, and you were running it a lot.
Yeah, their linebackers were bigger than their D linemen, so it was harder to move them than it was to move the actual D linemen. Okay.
All right. Frankie, I said about the kicking thing. My thought was with that whole kicking thing, I was at the game, is that in one sense, you wanted to kick it because, you want it so bad. You want to get out there. In the same sense, though, you're kind of in the back of your mind maybe thinking, oh, I hope I don't slip. I hope I don't do it. Because that's what my thought was when I was a kicker in high school. So was it the same way, or you just wanted to get out there and do it?
See, I wanted to just get out there and do it. I mean, when they went to the Group 4 title back in 2009 and they won, to get to that game, they beat Seneca 3-0 in an overtime field goal by Esteban Sandoval. And then I know my freshman year when they went to the semifinals against Timber Creek, Mitchell Vitale blocked the extra point, meaning it was only a 6-point game. We were going to go down there and have John Riker, the kicker before me, he was going to score the game-winning extra point.
Okay.
So in the back of my mind, I figured, wow, who knows? Maybe I'll kick the game-winning field goal tonight.
And that would have been, that's what kickers are made for. They're either the hero or the goat.
But, so, to be honest, I wasn't really nervous because time was running down, and then I knew if I make it, we win. If I don't, it's no big deal. We're going to go into overtime. We're going to win. And then same thing in overtime. When I knew that they got their 4th down and it was over in our ball, I knew either we were going to score that touchdown or we were going to kick that field goal and it was going to be good. Because I was good that night. I was on. I was feeling it.
Ready for. And then Jacob, are you the long snapper for the kicks as well? They change out. Okay, all right. Guys, talking about the Shawnee game, because you did play Shawnee during the season. Unfortunately, it was the 38-6 loss with Shawnee. What do you guys take out of that game? Is there anything you saw that this time will be different that you can game plan for? Jacob, we'll start with you.
It makes us strive to beat this team. they're not much better than us. They're a big team, but I think we can handle them. Our guys versus their guys, I think we match up pretty well.
The one thing I can say about Shawnee that scares me a little bit is I know they average throw for 172 yards, and that in high school football is kind of outlandish. So you got a throwing team that can run the ball. They run for 125 yards a game. I mean, potentially you guys are playing almost a college team here. So Frankie, is there anything you guys can game plan for? You think guys can do different than you saw last time?
To start off, it's a new football team right now. Right now we're in pro season. We're 3-6 or whatever. Many people didn't think we were going to make the playoffs.
Yep.
But as Coach Razzo says, we're just crashing the party.
Yeah, if you look at, like you say, you look at the rankings, you guys were 6th going in, and here you're at the big dance. So rankings don't mean anything. You guys salvaged the season. That's great to know. With that, you talked about Sean Riker. Who do you think on your team really has to step up as probably the guy who's going to have to make a little bit more noise this week? I mean, the Highland game, you guys all came together and played well, but this is a game I think you're all going to have to play. Maybe not a perfect game, but you can't turn the ball over, and it's going to be a game where you all have to come together and play. So out of the 3 guys, Ray Tripolletti, Sean Riker, and maybe even Giancarlo Palmieri, who do you think is going to come together and really put for something for you?
Well, to start off, Sean Riker was unfortunately hurt in, was it early on in the Highland game. Found out today that he will not be playing in states. He has a torn MCL, and he messed up his knee.
On the same knee that he did before.
Yeah. But yeah, Ray Tripolletti, he's our quarterback.
Yep.
We have all our faith in him. He's the leader of this team now.
Yeah.
G. Palmieri, we didn't think that he was going to be much of it. He stepped up big time when Coach Razzo, we didn't know who our quarterback was going to be because we had 3 contenders, Christian Weissman, G. Palmieri, and Ray. So G, he had 2 options. He said he's not going to be the starting quarterback, so they moved him to a linebacker. Not linebacker, what's it called? Rover.
Oh, okay, like a spy. I gotcha. Yeah.
And, so he took it in, and from the second game when he scored that game-winning interception to seal us the win against Washington Township, we just knew he was gonna go off this year. So yeah. Okay.
Anybody different, Jacob? Or
I think Ray needs to lead our offense. He's been doing that pretty well since he's been thrown in there. G is a big part of our defense. I think he's gonna step up. He had that interception in Shawnee Game. Didn't really mean much, but I think he'll step up.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see the Shawnee game at all last time. So I'm thinking by talking to a lot of people, they beat you guys through the air.
Yeah.
This secondary that you have played fairly well against Highland. Didn't give them really an opportunity to throw. There was big plays that beat you guys, but. Do you feel this secondary you guys have can really step up and not make the mistakes that they did against Shawnee? Jacob?
I think our game plan going in is to worry more about the pass than we are worried about the run.
Yeah.
I think our coaches are gonna step up on the. Wait, my fault. I think our coaches are gonna game plan well and get our DBs to success.
Yeah. So Greg Sylvester, better get your butt in gear. So Frankie, same.
Yeah.
thing?
We have a really young cornerback and a really young safety. So 2 sophomores, Hunter McDuff and Caleb Nardi.
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, during postseason, they didn't really get the job done. But lately, they've been getting it done, knowing that they have to step up now. We're all in.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Now, Frankie, we're going to talk about you briefly. You had an injury back in the season right before the Rancocas game. Weren't able to play in the Rancocas. Do you want to tell a little bit about what happened in the injury?
Yeah, so I had a nervous twitch or something, and they said I was really stressed out. The funny thing is we didn't know what it was. So then I woke up Tuesday morning in Children's Hospital because they had me stay overnight, and I couldn't walk. And I had a lot of support from the team. I called up Coach Razzo. He said, we found another kicker. And that's when I thought, wow, they already replaced me. I'm just like that.
You think you were like Jake Elliott, right?
Yeah. They just replaced me like that. So then that's when I told my mom, we got to start walking. And I'm going to be playing and walking by Friday. So I walked in the RV game or whatever. And then I told my mom, I'm going to kick against Williamstown. And I overcame everything. And I kicked in Williamstown.
Yeah, so after all that, you with the not walking and the really scary parts, I know it was real scary for you for a week.
Yeah.
You got back in there after one game. It is amazing, and we're glad you're back kicking again.
Yeah,
I'm sure these guys are glad back too. So guys, you go into Sunday, 5-6, playing an 8-3 team. Predictions? Any obviously you're going to win, but
Yeah.
you know, what any predictions or?
Well, it's going to be a close game, obviously, because two good teams going after
Yep.
one South Jersey title.
Yep.
I feel like Hammonton's going to get it done this week.
Okay. Jacob, same.
I
sentiment?
think, yeah. I think
Not that I think you guys are going to say Shawnee's going to blow you out or anything, but I just figured I'd get that from you.
I think we're gonna pull out the win. Our secondary's gonna step up, I think, and I think we'll be just fine.
Okay, so if anybody wants to watch that Hammonton High School game, it's December 3rd. It will be a Sunday. It's at Rowan University. It will be at 6 o'clock. These guys taking on Shawnee. Let's see what they can do, because their 3-6 season will be totally out the window if they can win this Group 4 title and win the state. So from Hammonton to these guys, hope they win it. Guys, best of luck to you on Sunday. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. And thank you for watching Hammonton Football, The Road to Rome. We appreciate it. Keep an eye out. We're going to have great stuff coming, good specials like this. Go Hammonton. Talk to you later. See ya. One, two, three.
Don't forget to subscribe.